take a 3-1 win over Boston United here at the International Stadium. How do you reflect on that performance and result?
Performance-wise, not what we want and not what we expect, but result-wise, brilliant. Got the job done, did the nitty-gritty side, and 3 points is what matters. But obviously, going forward in next week, there'll be stuff to work on, because in terms of the way we play, we didn't really impose it on the game and stuff like that. So,
despite, as you say, the performance perhaps not being up to your standards that you want to set, you still carried on what seems to have been a bit of a theme this season with getting early goals and kind of taking control in that sense. What do you kind of feel that's down to? Because obviously now teams are going to look at you and see that you're scoring early goals against people, but that hasn't stopped you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the start of the games want to be like that, it's for the full game, but obviously it's hard to do. But you know, sort of throughout the team, the energy, the sort of fitness levels we've got, that's what we expect to start like. It's not just saying right at the start this is what we do and then we take a back seat or whatever. That's how we want it to be the whole game, and eventually we might get performance that does it for the full 90, but we're working towards it. But I mean, it's good for us, especially at home, to get those starts and get a few goals in, obviously.
How important do you feel like the response was? Obviously they grabbed a goal about 10 minutes before the break, but then pretty much straight from kickoff you've gone up, restored a 2-goal lead, and then it's maybe a bit more comfortable at the break rather than defending just a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, it definitely was important. You know, it's like when teams come here, it's a massive game for them, and if they get that little bit of hope, it can obviously change the momentum of the game. So for us to fire straight back and sort of get a bit more in control of it again was big. Obviously it was a blow, like the decision leading up to the goal for our throw and given to them. So it was frustrating, but the way the lads sort of just got their heads down again and pushed on and got the goal, which said going into half time made a difference.
And another win on home turf as well, although as you say, perhaps not the best you've played, but is it a good sign that you aren't having to necessarily play on top of your game to get 3 points?
Definitely. There's been times over the past couple of years I've been here where games like that we might sort of give up a lead or got beat when it's a bit tight and you've got to do the nitty-gritty side of it. So it's a big thing we've spoke about this season is doing the nasty bits really. So like I said, performance wasn't great, but the positive is that we've like probably grinded out. It's a good way of putting it. And that's a positive to take forward.